I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the woman you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, we here. We are here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? The game is going to be so heavy as usual. You feel what I'm saying? You already know what it is. So shout out to my lovely lady, April MC in the building. Shout out to April MC in the building. Who else we got up in here? Joe Mayer. Shout out to Soulmonger, AT, Unique 79 in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Mike Shane, Dukalex. What's good? TMJ. Who else? Monogamous Player, Shabu in the building. What's going on? What's popping with your kid Frankie? What's good? Who else we got up in here? Phoenix is in the building. Ludway's in the building. Frankie Shy, No Data. What's good? Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Joe Blast. Shout out to my dude Joe Blast in the building. Dan Frank is in the building. Appreciate you. Kobe Lean is in the building. Dennis Black. Armani is in the building. Man, shout out to everybody who is coming through to get this motherfucking game. Appreciate you, Aussie, up in here. I see you, BT, Real King, Clev. What's going on? So today's topic, we're going to be talking about how you can't talk your way into a woman being attracted to you. Oh, we about to get it in. We about to go in. But before we go in, you feel what I'm saying? You guys always got to make sure that you guys are going to these places. Hold on, let me show you guys real quick. Make sure you guys go to CunninghamElements.com. That's where you get the masculine identity parfum, the masculine identity soap. Make sure you guys also get the the shea butter, all that other stuff. Make sure you guys go to CunninghamElements.com, and also make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com. You can get your online dating consultations. Hit up myself and April for the online dating consultations. The consultations be fire. If you are not on the online dating consultations, you are missing out. I'm telling you, we're going to help you with your pictures, your bio, your entire profile, how to get more matches, how to get on the dates, what to do on the dates, all the stuff that you need to know for the online dating. We will help you with that. So if you're not on this, you are slipping and sliding. And also make sure you guys get Master the Vetting Process program. Shout out to everybody who's getting the Master the Vetting Process program. And remember, you guys have until the 30th. The 30th. So you have today, you have the 29th, and then you have the 30th. So you have 3 days, right, including today, to get up on the Master the Vetting Process at the discount price of $97. Remember, July 1st, the price is going up. July 1st, the price is going up. So make sure you guys get on shoplocario.com to get that shit cracking. You feel what I'm saying? And also make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com. Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. That's where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. And right now on the Bad Boy membership, we got 10 ways to get women to prove that they're interested in you. Okay, make sure you guys go get that. And also make sure that you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com, because right now we have the summer sale where you get on for 99 cents. And remember, this shit about to end, I think either tonight or Monday. I'm not even sure. I think it might be tonight. So make sure you guys get on the summer sale, 99 cents. You know what I'm saying? For the first month. I'm not even sure. It could have ended to last night. Who knows? But I would say go to masculineidentitymembership.com and get that shit cracking. Also, if you've purchased anything on shoplocario.com, please leave a review so other people can know the value that you guys are getting in these programs and all that other good stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So now, today we're talking about how you can't talk your way into a woman being attracted to you. And this is the thing. A lot of guys have this preconceived notion that you can actually talk your way into a woman being attracted to you. And the reason why a lot of guys think this is because they watch a lot of pickup artist videos. They watch a lot of these fake infill videos. They watch a lot of people who don't really know what they're talking about when it comes to game in order to get you guys to make shit happen. But what you have to understand is that you can't talk your way into a woman being attracted to you. Now, a lot of guys think that you can. So this is why guys want to learn game. So they think that, because a lot of guys think game is trying to convince a woman to like you, or saying some pickup line for a woman to like you. They think that game is saying some magic words or magic phrases that's going to get a girl to be all over you based on what you said and what you did and all this other stuff. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is that is a bunch of bullshit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually break down what this is about. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna break down what this is about. But real quick, I want to show you guys this clip from my best friend Austin Dunham. I want to show you guys this clip real quick. So he did a video. I don't know the other guy's name, but I've seen some of his TikToks. And so he has this video called "How Difficult Is Dating Really in 2025?" So he just put this video up. Now, let me bring this way, and then let me make this like this. So I'm just going to play a portion of this, because on this portion that I'm going to play real quick is, the other dude, he was talking about how he feels that he can talk his way into getting a girl to like him. So let's play this stuff real quick, and then we're going to start and stop it and then see what's going on.
Spoken, your energy is there, but you're not so obsessive and you're not so needy. It typically creates some level of interest, where she doesn't like you or doesn't hate you. That's how it works for me.
Yeah, it's medium interest. She's intrigued, maybe even curious, but so I have a rule. Maybe it's my own personal dating strategy, is that I only deal with high interest off the rip.
You're more of a magnet.
He said he sounds like somebody I know. He said, I only deal with high interest off the rip. That sounds like somebody I know, but let's continue. Let me bring it back.
If you get more time, if you're stranded on an island with any girl, she's going to fall in love with you, theoretically.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But if within the first 30 to 40 seconds, if you're sharp and you're well-spoken and your energy is there, but you're not so obsessive and you're not so needy, it typically creates some level of interest, where she doesn't like you or doesn't hate you. That's how it works for me.
Yeah, it's medium interest. She's intrigued, maybe even curious, but so I have a rule. Maybe it's my own personal dating strategy, is that I only deal with high interest off the rip.
You're more of a magnet, I feel like.
Yeah, it's because I'm not trying to talk to a woman for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks before she goes out on a first date with me. So it's if I'm trying to optimize to go out on a date within 24 to 48 hours, the attraction or interest has to already be there.
I agree. And see, and what this guy, the other guy is going to say, he's going to be talking about how he feels like he can, you know, I guess talk his way into it. But let's see.
And I agree with that, but this is the reality. I would never recommend 4, 5, 6 weeks to talk. I would never recommend too long. I'm a quick convert, get her to the date, get her out, get her, hey, let's go, let's meet up tonight, But at the same time, like, a lot of guys can't manufacture that off the rip. But what girls, you ever hear like girls say like, I didn't like him at first, but then when I started to get to know him, like, just like that kind of stuff. It's
exactly, they had to get to know him. That's what I'm saying. If you have enough time with her and you see her often, this is why a lot of workplace relationships are formed.
Yes.
Like, you're just a coworker, they're not even into you. But then
over family.
Yeah, over the course of 6 months, after hanging out 6 hours a day for 5 days a week, it's like, oh, I like this guy now.
See, and I actually agree with Austin on this. So a lot of guys, they think that, in what he said, sometimes you hear a woman say, I didn't like him at first, but then he kind of grew on me and blah, blah, blah. That means that she still doesn't like you. You just basically, she settled for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Meaning that as time went on and she saw you, and in Austin's example, he said, well, yeah, if you're at work and you see this woman 5 days a week for months, then yeah, what'll happen is that she may start to say, you know what? I'm starting to see things that I thought I didn't see. But also what happens is that over time, either she settles or the guy changes. And I've talked about this before. Whenever a woman, and this is the thing, a lot of guys think that means her interest increased. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a difference between a woman actually, starting to like you or liking you now because there's something different about you versus her dealing with you based on settling. So in other words, what happens is that a lot of times guys think that because they spent more time with the woman, they've increased her level of attraction for him. That's not true. What happens is that when they spend more time with the woman, either she gives in and settles, or over time, and this is usually more rare, but over time, he becomes a whole different motherfucker. So let's say a woman is working at some job with some dude and he's interested in her and they've been working together for 2 years. And so the whole, let's say, first year they were, working, he was trying to get at her, but she wasn't really feeling him. And then let's say the next year he started to dress better, smell better, look better, be more confident, all this other stuff. So now in year 2, now all of a sudden she's starting to like him, right? That could happen because now he's turned into a whole nother motherfucker, right? Or what will happen is that the girl will just settle. So those are usually the two things that happen, but let's continue.
Yeah, 100%. Because you're used to him, he's comfortable to you. But I think that you can, back to your question, I think you can manufacture some type of, like, I guess what's like, it's definitely a case-by-case thing, but generally speaking, like, if you put me in a room with a girl, I'm confident enough where I can talk to her and I can get her to like me.
And notice, I want you to notice what he said. Shout out to K Zaggin. So you're simply non-sexually appealing on the strength of that she might throw you some pussy. Exactly. And I want you to notice what he said. He said, if I can manufacture, and this is what guys are trying to do or think they're doing. They think they're trying to manufacture attraction. You understand what I'm saying? He's like, I'm going to get her to like me. I'm going to rewind that a little bit so y'all can see. Hold on. This is what he said.
Foreign.
Yes.
Like, you're just a coworker, they're not even into you. But then
over family.
Yeah, over the course of 6 months, after hanging out 6 hours a day for 5 days a week, it's like, oh, I like this guy now.
Yeah, 100%. Because you're used to him, he's comfortable to you. But I think that you can, back to your question, I think you can manufacture some type of.
See, he's on. You can manufacture. Now, when guys start thinking this way, what they're essentially saying is, I can do something or say something to try to get this woman to like me. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is the thing. When a woman is interested in you, right, you don't have to do something or say something to get her to be interested. The woman is interested, and then the things that you say and do will either keep her interest or lower her interest. I'm saying it again. You don't have to say anything or do anything to get a woman to like you. She is interested in either what you say or do will keep the interest or decrease the interest. That's what happens. But let's continue.
Like, I guess what's like, it's definitely a case by case thing, but generally speaking, like if you put me in a room with a girl, I'm confident enough where I can talk to her and I can get her to like me. Like, it just is what it is. And even if she doesn't like me, it's like I can still get her to like me more than she did before.
Zach said, genuine attraction occurs naturally. The meaning of manufacturing is something that's man-made. You literally negotiate. Exactly. So let's wait. This guy said, wait, let's rewind because I want y'all to hear what this is crazy.
It's definitely a case by case thing, but generally speaking, like if you put me in a room with a girl, I'm confident enough where I can talk to her and I can get her to like me. Like, it just is what it is. And even if she doesn't like me, it's like I can still get her to like me more than she did before.
Guys, please do not believe this nonsense. And I'm going to break this down even more. Why you can't talk your way into a woman being attracted to you. You understand what I'm saying? But again, a lot of guys believe this because a lot of guys are into the thing of wearing chicks down, chasing women, right? Like, for example, remember the video I did maybe like a week or two ago with from the single guy YouTube channel where he was talking about how he got his ex back and he was chasing this woman. You understand what I'm saying? Chasing this woman down, chasing his ex so that she'll get back with him. Then remember, like a month ago or maybe a month and a half ago, me and Miles did a show where I showed the video of Alex from Playing with Fire, where he was going back and forth chasing this woman for an entire month, trying to get this girl to come see him. So this is what a lot of guys will do. They have this belief that, oh, well, I can say this to do this and I can get her to like me. No, you're not getting her to like you. Either she's settling, which means you're wearing her down and she just like, all right, cool, fuck it. I'll just fuck with you for whatever reason. Or two, you're doing the long game, meaning that at some point, either you changed or she changed. You understand? It's one of those two. But the illusion is that you increased her attraction. That's the illusion. You understand what I'm saying? But let's see what else he's saying real quick.
Yeah.
And game, I think game is like, we're in Miami, man. There's a lot of guys that have money. They may even have the looks, but they don't have any game at all. They can't talk to women.
Yeah.
They don't know how to not be needy or not be obsessive, and it ends up fucking up the whole thing.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I'm not saying game isn't important because it definitely is. A lot of guys have the misconception that, oh, if you're tall, attractive, and or rich, you don't need game.
You need game.
But you definitely need game. Otherwise, you're going to get used or just overall taken advantage of.
All right, so we can stop it right there. And so what happens is that, and let me break this down so you guys understand, because there's a lot of confusion out here, because I know dudes are like, but Locario, I don't get it. Like, so are you saying that, like, it's all about looks? Because how is she going to like you? It's like if she's just interested or not, then what is she going on? Right now, what you guys don't understand is that what a woman is going on is the feeling, and she's seeing you as that masculine man she's attracted to. And what happens is that she comes up to that conclusion by the interaction she's having with you. And what you guys got to understand is that when a woman is dealing with you, right, she's assessing everything. And truth be told, when you become a man with game, you start to assess everything also. So real quick, like, for example, there were times where I'd be at an event or I'd be talking to a woman or something like that, and I would notice certain things about her that would make me say, no, I'm not even going to, give her my number. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not even going to give her my number. Right? So what happens is that she did something that I noticed that was going to be like, yeah, she's going to be a problem. She's going to bring negative energy to the situation that I would be, if I was dealing with her, right? So what happens is that when women deal with you based on how they feel in the moment, either she's getting green flags or red flags. So she's like, okay, this guy is on point or this guy is a loser. So if she assumes that you're going to be a loser, right, based on the entire situation that's going on in the moment, then she's going to fall back and not really want to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? So no matter what you're saying at that moment, right, is not going to help you. Also, what happens is this, is that what you guys have to understand is that what you say, you can't talk your way into a woman being attracted to you, but you can talk your way out of it. This is why if the woman is attracted to you, all you're doing is maintaining the attraction. Because if you don't maintain it, then she will be less attracted to you. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that you got to understand that sometimes if you don't have game and initially a woman was attracted to you for whatever reason, because you don't have game, you could say something or do something that can make her less attracted to you. That can make her say, nah, you know what? I'm good. Right? But the opposite, meaning you're thinking that this girl who is not interested in you at all of a sudden you just say something and now she's like, oh my God, I'm interested. That's not how it works. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not how it works. And Smooth Life, call up 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300, right? So now, what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is this, is that you can't talk your way into a woman being attracted to you, but you can talk your way out of it. So for example, I'll give you a perfect example. Let's flip this. Let's say you saw a girl across the room, you thought she was hot, right? And let's say you start talking to this girl and you're having a conversation and she's mad cool, right? Y'all are joking and laughing, everything is cool. So you're like, oh, she looks good and she got a cool personality. I'm with it. And then she says, I've been having a fun time talking to you, but I got to be honest, I was born a man. So now what happened is that you went from being attracted to her to now her talking herself out of you being attracted to her. Yes? So that could happen where a woman is attracted to you and then you talk yourself out of her being attracted to you. It's something you're saying or something you're doing that makes her not be attracted to you. Now, if a woman, I'm saying woman loosely, if a woman who was born as a man approached you and the first thing that came out of her mouth was, hey, I was born a man. And then is there anything that woman can say to you to talk you into liking her? I think not. You understand what I'm saying? Smooth Life, I'm going to give you 60 seconds. 60 seconds to call in or I'm going to delete your shit. So 60 seconds. 60 seconds, okay? If I don't hear this phone ringing in 60 seconds, and it's not, and matter of fact, I'm giving you a free call. You ain't even got to donate. Call in for free. 60 seconds. The number's right there. 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number, right? So now, what is Shane said, Locario, I'm not disagreeing with you, but how can you talk yourself out of a girl being attracted to you, but you can't talk her into attraction? I don't get it. I thought that's Shane. That's exactly what I just said. If a tranny came up to you that you thought was a woman, and the first thing that person said to you is, hey, I was born a man. Is there anything that person can say to talk themselves into you wanting to fuck with them? The answer is no. You understand what I'm saying? The answer is no. Exactly. He's not man. He ain't man enough to call in. He's not man enough to call in. But see, what you guys have to understand is that if a woman is attracted to you, right? All you need to do is maintain that situation. And you maintain that situation by you being yourself, being you. So if you got her by being you, all you have to do is be you to maintain it. Now, let me use another example. And I got this from ARC, rest in peace. Shout out to him. I'm going to paraphrase, but basically it's like this, right? So a lot of you guys think that having a mouthpiece is the thing that makes the woman like you. No, the mouthpiece doesn't make the woman like you. The woman likes you, and the mouthpiece is just solidifying already what she likes. So she's like, oh yeah, he is the guy I thought he was, right? This is enticing me even more. So now, let me give you an example. So if you like chocolate cake, right? And this is the example ARC gave, and I'm just paraphrasing. If a person likes chocolate cake, the mouthpiece would be somebody saying, hey, listen, you know, I bake the best chocolate cakes and I know you're going to love it. And I use this special ingredient that my mom taught me. And matter of fact, I've been a baker for years. So when you come over to my bakery and you taste this chocolate cake, it's going to be the best chocolate cake you ever tasted in your life. It's going to make your mouth water and you're not going to be able to put it down, right? That's the mouthpiece. It's enticing you to be prepared for what's about to come, and it's making you excited about the situation and proposition. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Now, check this out. By me saying that about the chocolate cake, did I make you like the chocolate cake by saying that, or do you already like chocolate cake? Right? Now, check this out. If you don't like chocolate cake, does it matter that I'm saying all this delicious shit about the chocolate cake if you don't like the chocolate cake? You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't like the chocolate cake, no matter what I say about the chocolate cake, you're not going to give a fuck, which means I can't talk you into liking the chocolate cake. You see how that works? Now, let's flip this another way too, so you guys understand. And this is what gets guys confused. See, guys confuse seduction with talking a woman into being attracted. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. They confuse seduction with talking a woman into being attracted to them or using their mouthpiece to make a woman like them. Right? So check this out. Let's use the chocolate cake example another time, right? See, this is how it would be to seduce, right? You say to the person, listen, I have this delicious chocolate cake, right? And the person is like, oh man, that sounds great, but I can't, I'm on a diet, right? So now you say, come on, listen, you see how good this chocolate cake looks? It looks so delicious. The chocolate's so smooth, so chocolatey. Come on, just take one bite. It's not gonna hurt you. And the person's like, oh man, that looks so good, but I don't know. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to, I'm on this diet and I really love chocolate cake, but I can't. And you're like, come on, listen, one little bite's not gonna matter. It's only gonna be like 100 calories. You can run that off on the treadmill. You know what I'm saying? Just take a little bite of the chocolate cake. And then the person's like, you know what, fuck it. And then they bite the chocolate cake. That is seduction. See, the person wants the chocolate cake, but they're on a diet. The diet is the thing that's causing them to be a little bit resistant, but they actually want it. You understand what I'm saying? You're not convincing them to want the cake. They already want the cake. They're just on a diet. That's seduction. See, guys confuse seduction with talk. Well, I can get a girl to like me by talking to her. No, you can't. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand why you guys want to believe this bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So guys, you got to understand that when you are in this mindset of, well, let me talk this woman into liking me, you're preparing yourself to waste time. You're preparing yourself to be in a situation where you think that, oh, well, let me just talk to her a little more. Let me spend more time with her. Let me spend more energy with her. And then what you're doing is that you are tricking yourself into thinking that you're making progress. You see what I'm saying? But again, the PUAs and all these other niggas would have you believe that, oh yeah, you can just build the attraction, bro. You can talk to a girl at 8:30 and she's gonna give you all the shit test and resistance, and by 8:45, bro, she's gonna be all over you, bro, because you convinced her and you talked her into liking you. No, you didn't. You see what I'm saying? But again, this is the problem when you don't have game. You believe all the bullshit. You believe all the bullshit. And guys, you can call up. Call in number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So you guys can call up. Let me see what some of these questions are saying. You say you can talk your way out of it though, right? Yeah, exactly. You can talk your way out of a woman being attracted to you. Because what happens is, like I tell you guys, right? So the attraction happens automatically. You understand what I'm saying? So she's attracted to you or she's not attracted to you. And when I say she's attracted to you, what happens is that there's the levels of attraction, right? So remember, I always tell you guys that when it comes to the attraction, it is high interest, medium interest, low interest. High interest, medium interest, low interest. You understand what I'm saying? So now what happens is that when a woman has high interest in you, that is not a guarantee that the interest will stay high. But if a woman has low or medium interest in you, right? What happens is that a lot of guys think that, oh, I can just increase her interest like that. That's not how it works. Always tell guys to think about it like a mountain. If you're at the top of the mountain, that's high interest, right? So you're at the top of the mountain. Now, let's say she's at the top of the mountain and you're the mountain or whatever. She has high interest. She's at the top of the mountain. So now you do something stupid or say something stupid and her interest quickly takes a dive. So that's like her rolling down the mountain. Somebody kicked her in the back and she's rolling, tumbling down the mountain. But rolling down the mountain happens quickly. Now, let's say a woman has low or medium interest in you. Let's say she has low interest in you. So she has low interest in you. She's at the bottom of the mountain. At the top of the mountain is high interest. Now, how long is it going to take her to get to the top of the mountain to have high interest in you? You understand what I'm saying? How long is that going to take? See, it's quicker for her to roll down the mountain than for her to walk up the mountain. You understand what I'm saying? That's what happens. And usually what happens is this. Usually she'll walk up the mountain a quarter of the way and say, you know what? I don't really feel like walking. I'll just settle right here. I'll just settle down right here. You see what I'm saying? This is what's happening. That's what you guys got to understand. Shout out to Justin Locario. Thank you for the master the vetting process for casual long-term relationships. Bought the product, amazing game on it. People get it, respect. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So guys, make sure that you guys get master the vetting process, how to succeed in casual and long-term relationships. You guys have 3 days left, including today. Make sure that you guys go to shoplocario.com right now. Get it at the $97 price because the price is going up July 1st. Okay? The 1st of July, the price is going up. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure that you guys do that and get that cracking. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to you. And yeah, Justin, please leave a review if you can. Go back there, leave a review, leave some stars, write something cool on there. You feel what I'm saying? So you can make that happen. All right, so what was he at with the questions? Says, isn't talking your way into a woman being into you for the younger crowd? I'm 1 year older than you, so when folks will come our age, the things we learn in life literally kill the desire to persuade. No. It's not for the younger crowd, older crowd, or nothing, right? So you don't, again, you do not talk your way into A woman liking you. A woman recognizes you're the guy she likes. I want y'all to really, I said something right there. Let me say it again. Let's say it again. What happens is that you are not talking your way into a woman liking you. A woman recognizes the man she likes. And your job is to find the women who recognize you're the man she likes. That's how it works. Remember, recognize, recognize, cognize to know, to know. The woman already knows what she likes, so you don't have to talk your way into her liking you. See, what you guys got to understand is that when you look at it on the surface level, you're thinking, but Locario, it's not that she doesn't know you. She's just looking at how you look. No. When you step up to a woman, right? She's looking at how you look, how you actually, your face, your body, all that. She's looking at that. She's looking at how you dress, right? She's looking at your style. She's experiencing how you smell. You understand? She's listening to the tone of your voice. She's paying attention to how you talk and what you're saying, right? All of those things are giving her indications of what type of guy that you might be. So now she has experience dealing with guys who don't have game, guys who are losers, guys who are needy, guys who are clingy, and she recognizes that those guys act a certain way, dress a certain way, talk a certain way. Then she recognizes guys, or she has experience with guys who are on point, confident, who believe in themselves, all that other stuff. So when you approach her and you're talking to her, she's like, oh, I recognize he's that guy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, understand that once you're interacting with the woman and she recognizes you're the type of guy that she's into, she's feeling you. Now, this is the part where you can fuck it up by talking yourself out of it. And talking yourself out of it has to do with things you're saying, but also things you're doing. Because then what happens is sometimes you say certain things or do certain things that make her say, oh, wait a second, I made a mistake. He's not the guy I thought he was. He is showing me now that he's needy, clingy, weird, right? So let's say, for example, let's say the girl, you approach the girl at the bar, whatever, in the street, whatever, you talk to her. She likes the way that you look, your dress, she's feeling a vibe. You're like, hey, take out your phone, give me, put my number down. She says, oh yeah, that sounds good. You say, hey, let's get together, get a drink this weekend at the Main Street bar. She says, all right, that sounds awesome. And he's like, cool, I'll hit you up with the details later tonight, right? Now, later tonight, she you tell her to hit you up, she hits you up. And then you text her, and then she doesn't respond for like an hour. And then you realize she doesn't respond for an hour, so you double text her. And then you triple text her like, yo, what's up? Like, why are you ignoring me? So now she's like, okay, I need to block this motherfucker because he's showing me behaviors of the other needy guy that I talked to before. The other guy who stalked me because I wouldn't return his text. So she's like, oh, he's these type of guy. Even though I thought he wasn't, now he's showing me he is. So he's essentially talked himself out of the pussy. So her interest was high and it went low this quickly. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. So you guys have to understand this game. And shout out to Golden Binder. He said, just got the Master the Vetting Process program. Going to watch it after the live. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Golden Binder for stepping up his game. And remember, guys, go to shoplocario.com right now. Get Master the Vetting Process, how to succeed in casual and long-term relationships. I'm telling you, the game is heavy, 2 hours long of heavy game. And also I break down what you got to do each month in the vetting process, step by step. So you got to do is follow it and say, okay, I'm in the 3rd month. This is what I should be doing. I'm in the 6th month. This is what I should be doing. And then you just do that. Then I talk about the obstacles you're going to come across through the vetting process. Because understand this, vetting women is not necessarily, it's simple, but it's not easy. And the reason why it's not easy is because you have to be strong and stand on your shit and be consistent. But what happens is when you're vetting women, you're actually vetting yourself at the same exact time. You see what I'm saying? So this is going to teach you how to have discipline. And the discipline is going to be worth it because the discipline makes you get more favorable outcomes when you deal with women, whether it's casual sex or a long-term relationship. So make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, get that shit cracking ASAP. You feel what I'm saying? ASAP. Now, let's see some more of these questions real quick. What was he at? Says, is it true that a woman can sense your true and deep confidence in the first few seconds? Yes, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So she has an idea, right? Because she can never be too sure. But what I'm saying is that, remember, people's experience, right, gives them certain indications of what something might be. For example, some of you guys, okay, I don't know where all you guys live, but I live in New York, right? So sometimes when I walk down the street, there are these people who, well, depending on where you're at, there's people who have these clipboards and shit, right? And they're trying to like get you to sign up for some shit. You know, they're trying to get you to donate to some cause or whatever. And as you're walking down the street, you will see that they have like, they'll sometimes have a little desk, you know, like a little fold out desk next to them. It might be like two people with the same color shirt on and shit. And they're waiting for you to come up to them so that they can try to get you to donate or do some shit. So as you're walking, you can spot them. You're like, oh, okay, there's these guys that are going to try to stop me and try to get me to sign up for this cause or whatever. So once you've done that enough times, once you've encountered that enough times, right? Then what happens is that you say, oh, let me go across the street or let me try to walk past them. I'll let them know, hey, listen, I can't right now. I'm in a rush, whatever. So you just move through that situation if you don't want that to happen. Or, for example, in New York City, if you're in the train station, right? There's times where like either drunk, high, crazy homeless people get on a train. And then you see those people, as soon as they get on the train, you're like, all right, let me go in another cart because he stinks. Or let me go over this way because he's going to do something stupid. So you even see him on the platform, even before he comes in. You're like, all right, let me go that way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you've done this enough times. So when you're approaching a woman and she's 28 years old and she's been getting hollered at heavy since she was 18, that is 10 years experience that she has dealing with men. So that's 10 years experience dealing with men she likes, 10 years experience dealing with men she doesn't like, 10 years of experience dealing with men who are needy, clingy, and weird, 10 years dealing with guys who are confident, attractive, and dominant, right? So now, when you come up and approach her, she knows how guys who are clingy, needy, and weird usually approach. Then she knows how guys who are confident, dominant, attractive approach and talk and dress and smell. You get it? So now, she recognizes that. She knows it. So when she meets you, she re-knows because you are the type of guy. She don't know you personally yet, but she knows you are the type based on how you move. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Based on how you move, she can recognize the type of guy you are, so she is attracted. So you don't have to talk your way into her being attracted to you, right? She either is or isn't because she knows already. Now, can you be a guy who's on point, a guy who dresses well, a guy who smells good, a guy who's confident, a guy who has a good mouthpiece, and all this other stuff, and you approach a girl and she's still not be interested in you? Absolutely. You know why? Because you are not the type of guy she's interested in. Right? Maybe she don't like the type of cologne you wear. Maybe she don't like the way you look. Maybe she don't like the way you dress. You might dress like you're well dressed, but you dress like a hippie. And she likes guys who dress in suits, right? Or you're a guy who dress in suits, but she likes guys who have a little bit more of that urban look. You understand what I'm saying? Well, what I'm saying is that if you are on point, right, then what's going to happen is that the women who are attracted to you, your type, they're going to be attracted. So you don't have to talk your way into it. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Kobe Lean. He said he sent 25 for 3 free questions. So we got 3 free questions. So guys, you can call up. You guys can call up and get it cracking. So let me see what some more of these questions are saying. You said, with what the guy in the video said, would she like me? Would she like you more than before, just simply as a person, but just not in a sexual or romantic way? Well, yeah, she could like you for entertainment purposes, meaning like she might like your behavior. She might think you're a funny guy. She might think you're a cool guy, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she is attracted to you sexually. Now, that doesn't matter because I'm sure you're not trying to be her friend. You're not just trying to be friends with the chick, right? You actually want to make something happen in a sexual, romantic type of vibe, right? So the thing is that, yeah, she could like your behavior, but that doesn't necessarily mean she is attracted to you sexually. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that is. It says, if the game isn't about women, why is it that you only ever talk about women? Why don't you talk about the more important things that go on in the world? Steve, why do you make this so easy for me? Why do you make this so easy? Do you realize that I have a whole other channel called Locario Motivation where we talk about all the other things? And on top of that, the fact that you said the more important things, there is nothing more important than anything else. Everything is important because everything is connected to everything. You see what I'm saying? So this is what a lot of guys do when they cope. They're like, there's more important things. No, there isn't more important things. You know what I'm saying? Everything is important. It's just like when people put sex on a pedestal, right? People put sex on a pedestal because they make sex more important than other things. Sex is not important, or it is important, depending on how you want to look at it. It's either everything is important or nothing's important. You can't have something more important than something else. You see what I'm saying? That's impossible. You see what I mean? But again, you got to think deeper on a deeper level to understand what the fuck I'm saying. You said, I mean, Locario, I'm not disagreeing with you, but how can you talk yourself out of a girl being attracted to you? But you, oh yeah, we already did that one. Says, so you can't convince a girl who isn't attracted to you to be attracted to you, but you can convince yourself to become attracted to a girl who you weren't attracted to in the first place? What? No, you can't. What are you talking about? ASAP, call in. We got 3 free calls. So what are you saying? You can convince yourself to, who's convincing themselves to be attracted to a woman they weren't attracted to in the first place? How does that work? How does that work? Please call in and tell me. Teach me something. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It says, do you think most women will be single if all men stop chasing women? What? He said, do you think most women will be single if all men stop? Well, most women are single. Even though men are chasing, they're still single. There's a lot of women who are single. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of women who are single, even though men right now are still chasing. All right, we got 470. 470 is popping. Who this?
This is Teddy at that. I'm taking a free call at that. I'm 43 years old. I'm rich from Rexburg, New York. Now I live in Union City at that in Georgia. How you doing, Mr. Carter?
I'm good. Are you on speakerphone?
Oh yes, hold on right quick.
Yeah. Take yourself off speakerphone, fam. You got to speak directly in the phone.
Okay, I'm in the phone right now at that. How you been doing, Mr. Locario?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you?
Not much. I got a question to ask you at that, Mr. Locario.
Okay, what's your question?
For myself at that. How can I not let people's bad emotions, like let's say for example, when I talk to somebody at that, when I talk to them, you tell by their voice that they don't want to talk to you at that too at that, but he kind of like mad, but you still talk to them at that too at that, but they got angry issue at that with you at that, but they're not telling you at that too at that. But really, I'm trying to say that how can I not let people's bad emotions get to me? That how can I not be in my feelings at that about it?
Okay, so you're saying how do you wait? Wait, so you're saying how do you not get emotional based on how people are
talking to you or saying stuff to you?
Yeah, say bad stuff to me at that.
Okay, so what did somebody say to you that was bad?
Well, not bad, really. You know, they talk to you at that, but they tone saying like they don't want to talk to you at that too. But they talk to you at that, but they actually saying that they don't want to talk to you.
Okay, so
they had a horse tone at that. Put it like that.
Okay, so now listen. So why would you care about somebody who doesn't want to talk to you?
Oh, that's a good point right there. Yeah, that's a very good point.
So this is the thing. If you focus on yourself and what you want in life and what you want to do and where you want to go and how you want to make things happen, you're not going to have time to worry about what other people are saying about you. See, the reason why you worried about what other people are saying about you is because you're not looking at yourself and focusing on yourself. See, so what happens is you got to take focus off them and put focus on you. Does that make sense? You get that?
Oh, that's like, it's kind of like where I'm at.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. So just keep focus on yourself, and then you're not even going to have time to worry about what everybody else is talking about. You understand what I'm saying? All right, caller.
I got you at that.
All right,
I try not to let nobody get to me at that too. Pray for me at that, Mr. Locario, on that one.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man, at that.
All right, at that. Appreciate on that, at that. Yeah, bro.
All right, peace. All right, so let's go to hold on, 914.
Yo, this is Moolah. What up, man? I donate 10, man.
What's going on?
Yeah. You gotta call in, man. You gotta support. You gotta support.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
You know what? Here's what I think. What some of the guys are talking about when they say that you could talk to women. You know how in life where a person can hear things about you and they don't fuck with you, but as soon as you interact with them like a woman, like let's just say you met a woman, right? She's like, I don't really like dark skinned guys, and you step to her and you start talking to her, you're like, oh damn, Lord, cool dude. But you weren't her type at first. Don't you think that could happen? I think that's what I'm guessing that's what they're talking about. As when you start to talk to the woman, you interact with her. At first, she was your type, but as more you interact with her, the sexual attraction is there even more. Don't you think that could happen?
Well, see, you got to understand there's a difference between what women are saying that they're attracted to and what women are attracted to. You understand what I'm saying? So if a woman says, so like, let's say, for example, a woman could be like, oh, I don't like dark-skinned guys. That doesn't mean she actually don't like dark-skinned guys, right? You would have to actually know if that is true or not. Now, based on what she actually is interested in, like she's really interested in, then you got to go based on that. So let's say she actually really, really for real, hand to God, this is the truth that she's not into dark-skinned guys, right? Then what'll happen is that if I tried to holler at her, right, she would not, right, cooperate with me like how she would cooperate with somebody who's like, for example, a light-skinned dude. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it doesn't mean that I can't make something happen with her. I would just need to chase her, wear her down, probably buy her something, do all this other extra shit because she's not really highly interested in me. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. I guess that's what some guys are talking about. Just like in life, where people hear things about people, then as soon as you interact with that person, then you're like, oh, damn, that person mad cool. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that person starts to draw you more into them as the more you interact with them. So I'm guessing that's what they probably was talking about.
Yeah, and that could happen. But what I'm saying is that they're still settling. They're still. So for example, let's say if you was talking to a girl and she was like overweight, but you don't really like overweight girls like that. But she got kind of a cute face, but she kind of overweight or whatever. And in your mind, you're saying, man, I wouldn't mess with this girl, right? But then let's say she says to you, she says, hey, Moolah, listen, I wanna take you in the back and go down on you, give you some head, right? You might say, you know what? Fuck it. I'll let this fat bitch suck my dick, right? So So that's what I'm saying. So you're not really interested in her. You're just settling to get your dick sucked. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, that's it. Okay, right, so I guess that's what they probably. Okay, that's what they probably.
That's what
now you're making it clear.
Right, that's what women do. So whenever you're talking to a woman and she's not really interested in you, you might say to her, "Hey, let's go out and get drinks," and she's like, "Nah, I'm not really trying to do that, but you could take me out to dinner though." And you're like, "All right, cool, I'll take you to dinner." So now the dinner was intriguing, so she's like, "Fuck it, I'll go to dinner with him." And then you're thinking, "Oh, I got her to like me more." No, she don't like you more. She just took the dinner.
You know, it's so crazy you say that. I think that's what K-Jack was saying. I think some guys, they'll get attention no matter what. like if a guy spent like 2 months with a woman, they smash, like, you know how a saying, I get pussy no matter what. So I guess that's what it probably comes from. They're like, fuck it, as long as I smash. And in their mind, they probably thinking, oh, I got the girl. But you like saying, bro, you spend so much time where you couldn't find a woman that could have done less, even do more for you than you doing for her. Okay, now I see what you're saying. Okay, and I know what you're saying with that situation. I was thinking about like for instance, like game 2. Like if you have so much game, a woman probably seeing you like, he's not my type. But the more you interact with her, she's like, oh, damn, I fuck with this dude. I like the way he talks to me. His voice is clear, stuff like that. That's what I thought.
And this is what happens when resistance always equals more resistance. So what'll happen is that you think she likes you or you think she's warming up to you, but what happens is that because of the resistance from the beginning and you wear her down or she settles, she's still going to resist you because every interaction she has with you is another interaction of her having to consciously say, I'm settling for this guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. She's with that fat chick.
Exactly.
Like, the fat chick got to do more. The fat chick got to do more.
Exactly. There you go. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying for you specifically, because you always be calling in talking about Locario. Well, isn't it okay if I talk to the girl more and I take her out? You see what I'm saying? You keep trying to force something to happen with women who aren't really that attracted to you. And that's what I keep trying to tell you. You have to find the women. See, this is the thing. Remember, everything takes energy, right? And you're using energy when you're dealing with women. So you spend a lot of energy dealing with women who aren't really that interested in you. So what happens is that you are wasting energy on those women. So what you want to do is you want to conserve that energy and you say, okay, I noticed when I told this girl to come meet me for drinks, she showed me resistance. Let me cut her off, save my energy, and use that energy to find a woman who actually is interested. Do you see what I'm saying? And then what's going to happen is this. When you find a woman who's interested and she's reflecting the value you see in yourself, that actually empowers you. Do you see what I'm saying? That gives you more energy, because what happens is that it takes less energy, right, to interact with a woman who likes you than when you're interacting with a woman who doesn't. When a woman doesn't like you, it's draining your energy. When a woman is interested in you, it uplifts you. It gives you energy. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So anytime you guys are chasing and doing all that other stuff, you are draining your energy. That's why you get pissed off and frustrated, because what happens is that it demotivates you to want to actually interact with more women and continue and make shit happen, because in your mind, you're teaching your mind, every time I deal with women, it's going to be a headache. Every time I deal with women, it's usually going to be resistance on this. She's going to give me a hard time. It's going to take this long to get sex happening and blah, blah, blah. You're conditioning yourself to associate all of those frustrations and annoyances with women. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Yeah, I definitely. Look, one last question. You always talk about this. I think there was somebody had calling, I guess, like a day ago, and the guy was saying that how you tell me to lead the interaction. Like he kept saying, tell a girl to call me. Like if you tell a girl, hey, you know what, hit my number, you kept saying why. But don't you think if you tell a girl, hey, call me, if we talk about meeting up tomorrow, would you still have to go in great details about why she should call you? I guess you kept telling the guy, okay, well, why she should call you? You kept saying, call me.
Yeah, because what happens is that most guys are saying things, but there's not a reason why they're saying things. So meaning they're hearing us say stuff and they're just mimicking what we're saying, but they don't understand the underlying reason why they're saying what they're saying in order. Like, okay, I can put you a perfect example, right? So when you, and I talked about this, I think once or twice before, but when you match with a girl on a dating app, right? And you are setting up a date, right? Usually you say one or two things. You would ask her, when are you free? Or you would tell her when you're free and tell her to meet you that day. So it's either one of those two things. So you would ask her, when are you free? Or you would say, hey, what's up? I'm free Friday. Let's meet Friday at 8:00 at the Main Street Bar. So you do one or two of those things. Right now, me personally, what I usually do is I usually ask the girl when she's free. Now, the reason why I'm asking, and this is why I'm saying the why. I'm saying the reason why I ask the girl when she's free is because usually when I send that message, I've sent that message to like 7 or 8 other women at the same time. So now what happens is I'm leaving it open to see which ones are going to get back to me to let me know when they're free. So now let's say out of the 8 women I sent that message to, let's say 4 of them hit me back. And let's say 2 said they're free Friday, and the other 2 said they're free. One said they're free Monday, one said they're free Tuesday, right? So now I have 2 on Friday, one on Monday and one on Tuesday, right? So now I look at my schedule and I say, okay, let me see. I'm free Friday. I can actually see both these women on Friday, right? Tuesday, I got something going on, but I can see this girl at this time at 2. And then Monday, I'm actually not free Monday. So I'm gonna tell the girl on Monday, let's do Tuesday. So I'll see both girls on Tuesday, right? So the reason why I'm asking them when they're free is to open it up. So now I can get to schedule as many women as I want as possible, right? So that's the reason why I asked, when are you free, versus me saying, let's meet Tuesday or Friday at this time, because I don't want to get anything specific with any one girl, because I'm talking to 6 or 8. So what I'm saying is that the moves that I'm making are based on the plans that I'm doing and the way that I want things to go down. Right now, another guy might say, hey, listen, let's meet up Friday, 8 o'clock. I'm free Friday. And that's the only day he's free. And he knows that's his only time. And he's like, I'm scheduling her that time because that's the only time I have. And that's how I want to make the things go down. So it's 2 different situations and 2 different reasons. So what I'm saying is, the reason why I'm asking the why is you guys have to figure out why you're making the moves you're making, because some of y'all are just saying shit just to say shit because you hear us say it.
Okay, yeah, okay. And I'm saying, like, sometimes too, I'll be telling you, hey, let's just exchange numbers. You be telling guys that, exchange numbers for what? You could be like, I just want to talk. We're just going to talk. I mean, much easier than just going back and forth on the app. But you keep saying, but talk about what? And I keep saying that you keep going to, like, it's like you're trying to get more out of it. To me, I feel like even if you tell a woman, hey, let's exchange numbers, if she's highly attracted to you, she would just give you the number. Won't you think that?
No, she would. She would. But this is what I'm saying. I'm asking why for the guy. I'm asking him for his own knowledge to understand why he's making the moves he's making. So what I'm saying is, a lot of times guys are making moves either because they aren't conscious of what they're doing, or they're making moves based out of fear, right? Or they're just making moves based off of what they saw another. Like, for example, Miles uses an example of, he'll approach a girl and he'll say to the girl, hey, is there anybody that would have a problem with us getting together and get a drink, right? Now, I've heard guys steal that line and say they use that talking to the girl. And then what happened was that the girl responded a certain way and the guy didn't know what to say after that. Now, the reason why he didn't know what to say after that is because there was no why behind what he said. You see what I'm saying? There was no why. He just stole what Miles said. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so the game is about you understanding why you make the moves you make and the purpose behind the shit you're saying.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. All right. Definitely makes sense. Yeah. That master of thing you said, I forgot the whole name.
Yeah, master the vetting process.
You say it's just sale going on. It said that the sale goes on.
Yeah, it's going on until June 30th. So you have today, tomorrow, and the 30th to get it for $97. The price is going up on July 1st. So make sure you get that shit ASAP. I know you be procrastinating. So you got
all right, man.
Get that shit ASAP, all right?
All right, definitely, man. I appreciate it too, man.
All right,
you taking the call too, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call, fam. All right. But yeah, man, I'm telling y'all got to understand how deep this game goes, man. Because a lot of times guys just be regurgitating shit, just saying shit, don't know why they're saying it. And when the woman comes back and says some shit, you don't know what to say next. You see what I'm saying? But see, the thing is that this is why everything has to come from you. It has to be real, it has to be authentic, it has to be based on your masculine identity. This is what we tell y'all guys. You see what I'm saying? Well, let me see what some more of these questions are saying. Where was we at? You said, when it comes to approaching a woman, should you tell her that you find her attractive? Well, this is the thing. And I did a video a while ago about how to compliment women. So what a lot of you guys do is, and again, this is based on your intention and how you come at the situation. So what a lot of guys do is they'll compliment a woman, tell her she's attractive because they're trying to, be nice to the woman or impress her, or thinking that if I tell her I think she's attractive, then she'll like me. That's the wrong place to come from, right? But I'm gonna get to that a little. So 502, what's popping? Who this?
Oh, it's Phoenix.
Phoenix in the building. What's going on, fam? What's popping with your?
What's going on, man?
So what's going on with you?
Yeah, just real quick on the subject. So where does is there a correlation in the sexual attraction and respect? Like, say she didn't find the guy sexually attractive at first, right? She wasn't into him, but then she did at least respect the fact that he was honest with her, came to her like, hey, look, I just want to go ahead and hit that. And then she goes ahead and let him fuck. Is that a possibility, or is that a correlation between the two?
No, so
respect
she could,
and attraction?
No. She could respect that he's being honest, but that's not gonna make her throw the pussy at him. Well, what happens is that him being honest within itself is part of the attraction in certain situations. So meaning that part of it is the turn on. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for example, so what I'm saying is like, let's say, for example, a woman has an ideal type of guy she likes physically. So let's say just her ideal type is, like a guy who's 6'2" or some shit, right? So then the guy who's 5'9", 5'10" approaches her. He's really bold, confident, arrogant, and all this other shit. And he says all that sexy ass shit to her. And that could turn her on, even though he's not her ideal type. You understand? So she'll end up having sex with him, not because she necessarily just respects what he's saying, but because of the fact that he had the balls to say it. That is part of the turn on. This is why I tell you guys, a lot of guys who are worried about, well, I'm not going to approach a girl unless she's giving me choosing signals. That's why a lot of guys like that aren't attractive with women, and women who use those guys in a lot of situations, because part of what makes you attractive is your assertiveness to go and approach and let the woman know what it is. You see what I'm saying? That's part of the entire thing. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like when women say they like foreplay. That's damn near like foreplay. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you've already shown her just with your words and actions, right, that you are willing to even come up and say that shit where most guys wouldn't. You see what I'm saying? So now she's like, damn, this guy probably knows how to fuck if he coming at me this way. So
okay, so the respect in the whole transaction of everything would come after the fact,
right?
After the sexual attraction,
right? Because what I'm saying is she's sexually attracted to his behavior in the first place of him even talking to her like that. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that a guy can talk to her like that, and there could be something else about him that makes her not attracted to him. So she'll respect the fact that he approached her and was bold enough to do it, but she still won't fuck him because there's something about him that's not really enticing her. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
And then another question real quick. So then when you earlier in the example, you said, with the sexual attraction starting off at the high, that, the woman is at the top of the mountain. So, and then she kind of, I guess, she comes to the conclusion that she don't want to fuck you. But so is that like basically saying that at first she would want to fuck you, but you've done something that made her come to that conclusion to not fuck you?
Yeah, that's basically
what you're talking about, how you talked yourself out of it.
Right. That's basically what it is. So a lot of times and this is the crazy part. So what happens is that who you are, right, reveals itself through the interactions. So this is why I tell you guys that it's not just about looks, because even if a woman is physically attracted to you and she says, damn, this motherfucker fine, he's sexy as hell, right? And then now what happens is that there are times where you say something or do something that gives what women say the ick. And then that ick makes her say, I was thinking about it, but now I don't know, right? There's something that happened that made her feel that way. Now, this is the thing. A lot of times that will happen if you are the guy who doesn't have game. Why? Because you're going to be displaying behaviors of a guy who doesn't have game. You see what I'm saying? It's really that simple. Yeah. Now, if you do have game, then you're going to display behaviors of a guy who has game. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get guys to understand.
Yeah, but I mean, now say the person is like, okay, like say in that example, he keeps his mouth shut, he says the bare minimum, and he fucks. Isn't that kind of disingenuous because he's not really being who he is by keeping his mouth shut when he should be speaking and showing who he really is?
No, it's not
like because he's going to eventually show that after he fucks, right?
No, it's not about him keeping his mouth shut or talking or whatever it is like that. What I'm saying is that there are certain things that the woman's gonna pick up on in a lot of cases before they smash that is going to give her the indication that she don't want to smash him anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. And sometimes this is subtle shit, right? So now, let's say, for example, the guy, she's attracted to him sexually, whatever. Excuse me, they exchange information. And let's say he says, yeah, let's meet up, let's meet up tomorrow at 8:00. She says, cool, sounds good. So tomorrow 8:00 comes, and then he says, oh, hey, listen, something came up. Is it possible we can meet Saturday instead? She's finished. You understand what I'm saying? She's done. So what I'm saying is his inconsistency turned her off. You see what I'm saying? That's one. Another thing, let's say, for example, that she meets the guy, she's sexually attracted to him or whatever, and then next, for whatever reason, he goes on her Instagram, and he likes 10 of her pictures in a row. Now she's like, God damn, this nigga stalking me? Instantly done. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's little shit that you wouldn't even think of that'll make her say, nah, I'm good. Because remember, understand this. A woman does not have a hard time getting dick, right? And she also doesn't have a hard time getting dick from a guy she's attracted to, right? So now what a woman wants to have is she wants to have the top choice premium dick that she can get. So if you're showing or displaying any type of behaviors that make her see you as not that, she's just going to decline. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Yes. I see, because she has such an abundant supply, she's looking for a reason to get rid of dick.
Exactly. See, they say guys look for green flags, women look for red flags. That's how it works.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So this is why when your game is on point, right? When your game is on point, this is why it's easier for you to get women versus guys who don't have game. Because what happens is that it's hard for her to find red flags. You see what I'm saying? Because you're so fucking on point. You see what I mean? But when you're not on point, it's easy to sift through that because she's already looking, and then your red flags come out, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Because if the guy is insecure, even if, for example, you can have a good-looking guy, got the muscles, all that other shit, he's insecure, so his insecurity is going to come out in one way or the other. His neediness is going to come out in one way or the other. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so what's going to happen is that she's going to say, oh, damn, this motherfucker is not as secure or as on point as I thought. So therefore, I'm good. You understand? Because remember, you got to understand, women have they have experience dealing with guys who are stalkers, guys who are super needy and clingy and weird, guys who are trying to wife them up. Like, I remember April was telling me how there was a dude who she went on a date with, I think, and he wanted her to be his girl on the first date. You understand what I'm saying?
No, did he really want that, or was he just trying to say that because he thought that would make him fuck and let him fuck?
I don't know, but the point is the fact that he said it shows that he ain't that guy. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell him. It's like, so the thing is that a lot of guys act like they've never been there before, like they've never dealt with a woman or a hot woman, and she can sniff that out. So if you are that guy, that's a turn off. You see what I'm saying? But guys, the only type of guys who act like that are the guys who don't have game. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah. So then it kind of they connected also. When the guy has game and he has an abundant supply, now we would be the ones to flip that because now we would be looking for reasons to get rid of women.
Exactly. There you go. Exactly. Because notice, the stuff that we tell y'all, we're telling you what to do even before some of you guys understand why we're telling you to do it. So, for example, we'll say, you've heard us say, when you're talking to a chick, don't see her more than once a week, right? Why? Because when you do that, that's implying neediness, clinginess, and you sweating the girl. But check this out. A guy who has game naturally won't see a girl more than once a week. A new girl, he's naturally not going to do that. Why? Because he got all this other shit going on. He's fucking with all these other women. He just met this girl. He don't give a fuck about her like that. So his natural energy is going to cause that to happen automatically. When you're a guy who doesn't have game, you're going to be wanting to see this girl all week, but we have to tell you, nigga, don't see her all week. Only see her one. We got to tell you before you even realize why.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you don't have game, you're going to try to see that girl 4 times that week, which is going to imply the neediness, which is going to make her not want to fuck with you.
Yeah, because when I first started listening to y'all, I think it's been about almost 4 years. Steve was always talking about sound checking your crib, making sure your crib was like pristine and stuff. Well, I didn't get that. I always just kind of cleaned it up, but I listened to him anyway. I didn't really understand it fully. I was just like, all right, the crib's clean, but he go into extra detail. So I went, all right, I'll go ahead and do it. Well, it's been about the past, I would say, year. So it's taken about 3 years. I noticed that every time women come over, they'll take their shoes off. They be like afraid to touch stuff. And then they start bringing over like expensive bottles of liquor and stuff. And I kept going, why are they doing this? And then so I asked one woman, I said, well, she goes, well, your place is so clean and so nice. And I noticed that you got these top shelf liquors. So I just wanted to bring these over. And then that's when it hit me. I said, damn. I said, Steve told me to do that shit like 3 years ago. And now it just was hitting me. But they were peeping that the whole time, and I didn't even know what was going on.
Right. That's what we're saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like once you have game, your whole everything changes. This is why I try to tell guys. So this is the ironic part. The funny part is guys are always talking about looks, right? And all this other shit. When you have game, you automatically look better. Why? Because your mindset creates a thought or a pattern of thinking where you say, I want to see myself looking the best I can look. So then you automatically start looking better because your brain is telling yourself to look better. But that happens when you have game. You see what I'm saying? But when you're on the outside looking in, these dudes, they're trying to look better and thinking looking better is the only thing because they're still in their mindset of thinking that, oh, well, I like a girl who looks like that. So I got to look, good as the girl. So then that's going to make her like me. But that's them making the game about women and not making the game about themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Well, that's dope. The game's deep, man.
I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Well, I appreciate the call, fam.
Yeah. Oh, no problem, man. You have a good weekend. I'll let you.
Yes, sir. Peace. All right, guys. So we got like maybe 10 minutes left. So if you guys want to call up. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat. But back to this question. It says, when it comes to approaches, should you tell her that you find her attractive? So like I was saying, I did a video a while ago, I was talking about the right way to compliment women, right? And so if you're complimenting women or telling a woman she's attractive, it should be based on you telling her she's attractive in relation to what you want to do with her, right? So what most guys do is they'll be like, oh, hey, miss, I think you're pretty. Or, hey, I just wanted to say that I think you're cute. That's cool and all, but that's not really doing anything for you. And it's not about you. So if you're talking to a girl, tell her she's attractive within the context of building sexual tension. You understand? So meaning that you're talking to a girl and you're saying, listen, you look like the type of woman who gets my dick hard. And I can tell because you're looking really attractive in that dress. And I'm just picturing me lifting that dress up. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you're telling her she's attractive, but you're telling her in the context of you flirting with her, telling her you want to have sex and all this other shit like this. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying where, yes, you can tell chicks that they're cute, hot, sexy, and all that other stuff, but say it within the context of flirting. Now, again, I'm being a little bold in this example, but you can soften it up for you guys who are scared to even talk to women that way and just say, hey, listen, miss, I think you're really attractive. So I think we should get together and actually go out and get a drink and get to know each other a little better. You understand what I'm saying? So you're complimenting her, but you're coupling it with you flirting with her to try to make something happen. You see what I'm saying? You say you don't like chocolate, but you like caramel, and the chocolate cake got caramel on it. So someone can be convinced to at least try the cake. So ASAP, let me ask you a question. So you don't like dick. So if some dude put caramel on his dick, would you suck it? Is that what he's saying?
Yes. Yes.
Come on, fam. Stop it. Call in. All right. So this says, but there was this chick who confessed that at first she was just dragging me along. I was not her type.
Yes, it paused. He's like, that was super pause, but I had to do it. It says, but this chick who confessed that at first she was just dragging me along. I was not her type, but now she's head over heels for me. So how do you explain? I guess it's going to say explain that situation. Well, this is what I would ask you. First of all, what does head over heels for you mean? How is that shown? That's one. Two, how long have you been with this woman, right? And have you changed since you first met her? I need to know all because if you haven't changed and this chick has if she's with you, she's settled for you, she lied to you, and you think head over heels is the fact that she's even with you. So that's all. I would need to hear the actual specifics of what's going on with your situation. So what makes a chick settle for dudes who wear them down when they weren't interested in the first place, and how is it different from seduction? So the thing is, what makes a woman settle down, or from a guy who's wearing her down, is because what she realizes is that the options that she thought she had, she's not having those options. So I'll give you an example. Let's say a guy is wearing her down. He wants to be with her, want to be her boyfriend and all this other shit, right? And so she's sort of pushing him off because she's not really that interested. But he keeps trying. He keeps hitting her up. And then so all of a sudden, she's realizing that as time is going on, she's not finding anyone that she really wants who wants her back. So then she realizes that this guy who's chasing her really wants her. So then she's like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'll get with him because at least he's showing me that he wants me and I can't find anyone better than him to stay with me. So I'll fuck with him, right? But what happens is the reason why it's different than seduction is because seduction implies that the woman actually wants the situation to happen, but there is something sort of stopping her in her tracks from making that happen. So for example, like I use with the cake analogy, where if the person wants the chocolate cake, but they're on a diet. So you seduce them into taking the chocolate cake, even though they're on a diet. You see what I'm saying? So this says, what do you call it when you recognize that she recognizes that you are the man she's been looking for / likes? Do you have a term for that? Well, yeah, that's what we said. What do you call it when you recognize that that means that you have game. That's the term. You see what I'm saying? That's the term. It says, do you consider medium interest as no interest? If your answer is no, what has programmed you to not pour some fire game into her about you and leave her with your card to call when she's ready? So medium interest is interest. What I'm telling you guys is not high interest. So now you can pour this fire game into the situation if you want to, but understand at that point you are chasing. So this is my question to you, Lloyd. If you know that women have high interest in a man, why would you settle for a woman who has medium interest in you? Why not just find the woman who has high interest? You understand what I'm saying? So what you're essentially saying is when you accept medium interest, you're saying, I accept to chase this woman. I accept that a woman is settling for me. That's what you're saying. See, and notice what you said, to call when she's ready. So what you're essentially doing at this point is you're basing her being ready, right? Or you're basing you dealing with her on her terms first. See, there's one thing, for example, if you tell a chick what it is, and then she's like, let's say you're trying to smash, and she's flirting with you, blah, 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 you're trying to smash. She's like, oh, I'm not really too sure, whatever it is like that, right? Now, that's her having a medium interest, right? Now, you could say to her, listen, you got my number, hit me up to smash. Because at that point, you're withdrawing your attention, time, and energy from the woman. But that's different than you trying to tell a woman, let's smash. She's telling you, I'm not interested in that. And then you still try to pursue her with some fire game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole different thing. It says, do you think it's okay to say I'm satisfied with the one woman I'm dealing with because she fills all the voids, doesn't flake, have sex, cooks, etc., though she isn't perfect? Well, I would change the language of
filling the void. You shouldn't have a void. But yes, if you have one woman that's on point and you like her and y'all get along, then fuck with that chick. You understand what I'm saying? And keep that shit going. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you only give attention and dick to high interest women that cooperate, does it even bother you that about her agenda for you if they choose you after 2 minutes of meeting you? What? I'm confused. What does that even mean? Wait. If you only give attention and dick to high interest women that cooperate, okay, does it even bother you about her agenda for you if they choose you after 2 minutes of meeting you? So what doesn't make sense about your question is, if she's cooperating, that means she's following your agenda. So her agenda is to follow you. So I don't understand about her agenda if she's following you. I don't understand. Like, I'm confused. And then what is this about choosing you after 2 minutes of meeting you? What is the significance of that? I'm confused. This is why you guys got to call up. Says, when do we care what women think and when don't we? I care what women think to a certain extent. Well, you don't never really need to care about what a woman thinks. You know what I'm saying? All you need to care about is the woman on your program. That's it. Why do you care about what a woman thinks? So it says, so if a woman has been conditioned to like black men, but she comes across you in school and fall for you, do you consider that settling? And I'm not saying he had to simp or chase for her. What? Yo, Percy, your questions is a beast. I don't understand what you're saying. You got to call up. Is there any nuance in the game of success with women? Nope. It's only if she's super ready now to fuck or she's never interested forever with life. There's no gray area where strategy can exist, right? Okay, so now this is what you guys got to understand. There is no gray area. I'm gonna say it again. There is no gray area. It's either black or white. She's either fucking with you on your terms or she not. I wish you guys would understand this. See, I was reading a comment where this guy, he was talking about, oh, you know, Locario says it's all black and white, but sometimes he says, for example, sometimes a woman might give you resistance because she's insecure. And so her insecurity is causing her to resist you. So he's like, that's not black and white. No, it is black and white. Because if, like I said, it's either fear or desire, fear or love. So if her desire for you overrode her insecurity, she would fuck with you. But her insecurity is overriding her desire. So black or white, fear, love, insecurity, desire. You see what I'm saying? It's the same shit. So this is what be tripping up you guys, is that y'all believe there's a gray area, and this is why women are able to play games with you and waste your fucking time. You understand what I'm saying? This is exactly why women are able to waste your time. Because you believe in the gray area. Oh, it's not that I don't like you. I'm just, right now I'm just religious. And my religion says that I can't fuck you. So I really want to fuck you, but my religion says I can't. No, she don't want to fuck you. Because if she wanted to fuck you, she would have been like, fuck the religion. I'm fucking this nigga. You see what I'm saying? It's really that simple. That's like saying your house is on fire and there's a gray area. Well, I could stay in the house and kind of chill and just work around the fire. No. You're going to be like, listen, there's a fire in the house. I can either stay here and get burned up or I can get the fuck out of the house. You see what I'm saying? What are we talking about? Says, don't women mistake such view an attractive man's insecurity, good looks as being humble, otherwise known as the halo effect? What? Mistake and views an attractive man's insecurity, good looks. I'm confused about what's a man's insecurity, good looks as being humble? I don't understand. What are you talking about? You got to reword that. Would you say that the woman had a preconceived preconceived misjudgment of you and her attraction would then become apparent. What? That a woman had a preconceived misjudgment of you and her attraction. So you're trying to say that the woman misjudged you at first, and now all of a sudden she was like, "Oh, I made a mistake. I do like you." Is that what you're saying? Shout out to Gaze. Something is influencing her more than me. I don't want her. Exactly. That's a fact. That's real talk. All right, let me get a few more of these and we're gonna wrap it up. Why so women constantly reject me, but they look at me when they be in traffic passing? I hate that. What type of game is this? Miguel, you need coaching, man. Jesus Christ. You said I put my best fit and go out and still get rejected. I'm getting old. What's a shortcut? Because I'm not finna spend days getting rejected. I'd rather be at home playing 2K basketball. Real simple, Juice. Get some coaching. Get some coaching. Guys gotta get coaching, man. This is crazy. It says I meant she will give the guy a pass as being humble instead of being insecure if she finds him physically attractive enough. No, she won't. No, she will not. So this is what you got to understand, right? There's a difference, but so a guy can be insecure, but he's for whatever reason, from the time she meets him to the time they smash, he's not necessarily displaying insecure behaviors for whatever reason. So let's say a chick met a guy at a bar at fucking 11 p.m. and they ended up smashing at like 12:30 midnight or something like that, right? So it was quick. Hey, what's up? Blah blah blah. Let's go and get shit cracking, right? What I'm saying is that if a woman finds a guy physically attractive, but he's insecure and displaying those insecure qualities and energy, and that's going to turn her off. You understand what I'm saying? I swear, y'all put so much emphasis on looks because y'all don't actually understand a woman's experience. A woman does not have any problem, right? Even the ones that you would consider like 4s and 5s and 3s and shit. These women don't got no problem getting dick from a guy they think is fine. No problem. And matter of fact, a lot of times what happens is a woman, check this out, because this is what you guys don't understand. A woman is more likely to fuck a guy who looks like he knows how to fuck or seems like he knows how to fuck more than a guy with just a pretty face. Follow what I'm saying? A woman will choose a guy who she assumes knows how to fuck over a guy with just a pretty face. But you're not ready for that conversation. Got a date with a single mother and I'm just trying to smash from time to time. What should I do? Okay, so why are you going on the date? You see what I'm saying? If you're just trying to smash, then why are you going on the date? You should have had a FaceTime with that chick and then had her come to the crib and then smash. You see what I'm saying? But this is the thing. Since you already planned a date, go do the date, flirt, build sexual tension, bring her back to the crib, and get it cracking. So really there's no need for strategy, right? It's either she's going or not. No gray. No, the strategy is about you. Check this out. Your strategy is what? You have to be confident and believe in yourself, even though everyone telling you ain't shit. Your strategy is you have to keep talking to women, even though the last 10 women rejected you. Your strategy is to talk to the 11th and 12th one.
Your strategy is to make sure that you love yourself enough to make sure that you're healthy, you're shaving your face, you're taking a shower, you're smelling good, you're wearing the right clothes that fit you. That is your strategy. Your strategy is knowing how to have a conversation with a woman to convey exactly what you want in order to get what you want when it comes to you dealing with women. Your strategy is you actually going out there and being able to converse with a woman, build that sexual tension in order for you to recognize that she actually is sexually attracted to you so that you don't waste your time dealing with a woman who's not fucking with you. You understand? Like a lot of you guys, see, y'all think strategy, again, is trying to convince a woman to like you by saying some slick shit. You think your strategy is, I got to say this cool pickup line, and that's going to make a woman want to fuck with me who doesn't want to fuck with me. That's what y'all think strategy. Y'all think strategy is trying to get a girl who don't like you to like you. That's not strategy. That's being insane. You cannot get a girl who have no interest in you to have interest in you. She don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. She don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, like I said, when a woman has interest in you, there's three types: high, medium, and low interest. A guy who has game, his strategy is to find the women who have the high interest. See, guys who don't have game are trying to get women who have low interest and trying to convince those women and chase those women down. That's what happens. Yo, K-Zaggin in the building.
I know you was gonna end this shit. I got to make sure this joint goes through tomorrow. Bro, you there?
Yeah,
I thought I hung up.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Fam, no, I'm gonna make a video talking about this later on. What guys have to understand is that sexual attraction is involuntary.
Right.
Like and this is why guys, they keep trying to bring logic. You can't bring logic to something that defies logic.
Right.
A woman cannot see, this is why when guys talk about pre-selection, women cannot tell you what's going to get their pussies wet. They don't fucking know.
Exactly.
They don't know. Now, they might know the physical type of men that they like visually.
Right.
They might know that, but they cannot predict at any given moment, at any one conversation, whether or not a guy's gonna make her fucking wet or not. They can't predict that.
Mm-hmm.
So this notion that this is why when guys ask for bro, let me tell the story. Just to hammer home my point.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, bro, I was at this little basketball thing for kids and shit, right? And I was talking to this chick who was one of the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I wasn't trying to fuck her. Right? We were just having a conversation. Bro, I had an empty water bottle in my hand, right?
Mm.
And we just talking. And we kind of joking. And I said, you know what? I should smack you in your face with this water bottle right now. Hell, she said, oh my God, my pussy just got wet. Bro. And the point of me telling that story is, I wasn't trying to fuck her. I'm just having a regular conversation, saying some shit that Carrie would say.
Right.
And I'm looking at her like, really, bitch? Like, really? Like, so I had no idea that would happen.
Right.
So that's why when you talk now, when you're gamed up, you understand your essence. You understand how women respond to you.
Right.
So your conversations are always going to be geared to the fact that you understand who the fuck you are and how women feel about your presence and shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But on that note, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, fam. Now that's facts, though. I'm telling y'all, man, you gotta understand this game. I'm gonna kill the phone line, so I'm about to head up out of here. But listen, guys, make sure that you guys go to shoplocario.com and get the master the vetting process program. There is only 3 days left, including today. So there's 2.5 days left because half this day is over. So make sure you guys go and get that. Go get that ASAP. Go to shoplocario.com to get that shit cracking. Also, make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com to get the online dating consultations. Make sure you hit that up so you can get the consultations with myself in April to step up your online dating game. Next, make sure you guys go to CunninghamElements.com to get the soap, the parfum, and the shea butter. You feel what I'm saying? And also go to masculineidentitymembership.com to join the membership for the 99-cent sale. Remember, that shit's ending, I think, tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you guys get up on there ASAP. Also, make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com. Check out the badboymembership.com, and also check us out tomorrow on the Real Game No Theory show. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm out of here. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.
Step up your game and go to shoplocario.com. That is the place where you can get my books, audio, and video programs in one place. All you got to do is type in shoplocario.com and step up your game today. Game Kings 2, the definition of man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below. Click the link below or go straight to MrLocario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, the definition of game.
Because Locario, in my opinion, it's the best dating coach on YouTube or whatever the fuck. Everything he says, ambulance. Everything he says, I have nothing against him. I have no contradiction. Everything he says, I say, yeah, it's